Hello, everyone. My name is Jamie Gruber, and I'm here with the one and only Mr. Benoit Mali. Say hi, Ben.
Hi, Jamie. What's
Okay.
going on?
A little more, a little more. Do something else.
What's up, Jamie?
More energy.
Nah, I can't. That was the maximum.
Fair enough. Fair enough. This is our meeting minutes segment. We have a little fun at the beginning of each one of these. And the point of this is we have 11, 12 groups. I'm losing count around the country, multiple Facebook groups. We get questions in those groups. And we want to be able to take some of those questions, extrapolate them out, the ones that we feel are impactful, drop them into this content so we can answer them for everyone in the community. So that is meeting minutes. And we're going to dive in with a couple of questions that we had from a couple different groups, and we're ready to roll. If you are, Ben, I want to be respectful of you. Ben, are you
Sure.
ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Can you hear me? Do you?
What's that?
Does it sound good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, you sound good. You sound good. I can't. Anyway. All right. So the first question is, what questions should I ask a CPA if I'm a real estate investor? So that's the question. So, I'll start on this because this was a question that I saw and I was actually actively involved in. And, first off, there's a difference. There really is. Like, a CPA is not a CPA. I mean, they're all talented, they know what they're looking at generally, but real estate focused CPAs are a different breed, and you have to root that out. So it's a great question, and I'm glad it was asked. So I had a couple of questions that I had kind of contributed to this conversation. And Ben, I'll get any thoughts that you have, agree, disagree, or whatever. But the first one's very simple: is, hey, do you work with real estate investors? Now, that in and of itself might be like, oh yeah, I work with people that have a duplex or a single family rental, whatever the case may be. So you have to continue to go. It can't just be as simple as, do you work with real estate investors? Yeah, cool. Then you're my CPA. Yeah, you got to keep going a little bit. A question that I would also ask is, do they invest themselves? Are they investors themselves? A lot of CPAs that are in the real estate space, they also invest. So that is a clear sign, a really good sign that they do, that they understand the intricacies of the tax code around investing in real estate specifically. Then I don't know, I would drop in a third sort of technical question, something just to see where they are. And you have to know this answer first, but a question might be like, how do I take all of my passive losses in the year that I incur them? So a little background on that is, if you are a W-2 employee, you may not be able to take all of your passive losses in the same year that you incurred them. They roll year over year until you sell the property eventually, or until you become a what's called a real estate investor by tax code. But if you are a real estate investor by tax code or by the tax law, then you're able to take all of your passive losses. And there are some requirements to define you as a real estate investor, and a sophisticated CPA around real estate investment. That will be one of the easy entry points of a tax strategy, where a regular CPA who doesn't really focus on real estate, they may not quite know that. That'll be a real good tell for you. So those are questions that I came up with. There's a couple more I'm going to throw out there, Ben, because we actually had an author of a tax for real estate investors book throw some questions in here. But what do you think? Anything that jumps to mind, or you just love everything that comes out of my mouth?
I do, but I just wanted to make sure you're talking about a real estate professional.
What did I say?
Something else.
I think I said real estate investor, real estate professional. Thank
Yeah.
you, Ben. Continue.
No, it was I liked your answer. I would not even consider working with a CPA if he doesn't invest himself. That, and
Yeah. Or she.
or she.
Come
But
on.
then, at the end of the day, you want to do the same due diligence you do with any contractor you're going to work with it. So asking for references and actually calling people who work with them. Yeah.
Gotcha. I guarantee you too, if you're in a group with over 100 members, which there are 4 or 5 of them out of the 10 or so, there's probably a CPA in there that's focused on real estate. I know of at least a couple in the Michigan group locally that can help you. And then, always I could recommend my CPA, Ben could recommend his, or whatever the case may be. A couple other quick questions. These were put in here by a gentleman named Ted Lanzaro, who wrote a book. The book I don't have right here, but it's specifically about real estate investors and taxes. And he's a part of one of the groups. So glad to have his input here. A couple questions he added are, do I work, meaning me as the investor, do I work directly with you, the person I'm speaking to, Mr. and Miss CPA, or one of your staff? What kind of real estate do you invest in? Are you proactive about tax planning before year end for maximum tax savings? How do you charge hourly or flat fee? And of course, your comfort level with all of those determines whether or not this is a person that you would utilize. So some additional questions there that I thought would be really great to put out there from a seasoned pro. So anything else on that one, Ben?
Yeah, no, the point about asking in the group is a great one, because the best, I guess the best quality of people you're going to find to work with is going to be through referrals. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I just got a thump on a wall over here, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying you could go ask in the groups, because that's the best way to find quality people to work with is through people that have done either deals or have had a good experience with them.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. It's a great point. It's a great point. So that was question one: what to do with a CPA, or how to kind of vet a CPA that's investor friendly. Second question, and the final question that we'll use for this version of Meeting Minutes, is looking for suggestions on the best local meetup to attend. Now, of course, you're in the meetup space if you're watching this video, meaning the Multifamily and More brand, we're obviously very, very proud of, and we feel as though it adds tremendous value. So I would always say, if you're in a city with a Multifamily and More brand, look for it, search for it. You can go to www.multifamily-and-more.com. So a dash between the three words, multifamily and more. And you can see all the branches that we have currently and sign up with them. But we offer a great meetup. I think the reason we offer a great meetup is we offer, our purpose is clear, and our purpose is to help people meet their financial and lifestyle goals, period. All right. So whatever content we put out, whatever meetups we put on, however we go about delivering this, the local organizers in each city come from the same place of contribution, adding value, giving, wanting you to get everything that you need. And really, like me, for me anyway, and for Ben and for all the other organizers, we just get to be a part of that community. Yes, we get to be at the front of it, which is humbling and fantastic, but we get to be a part of it and hope to realize our goals along the way with all of our members and all of our guests. So that's what a good meetup is. So if you find that, great. Where I would say you want to be mindful of as far as looking at meetups is look for meetups that have an agenda that is purely self-serving. So look, there are meetups that charge, there are meetups that don't charge. Our regular meetup doesn't charge, but we do put on events that do charge. But we feel as though we're doing that with the idea of we're providing massive value for members. There's a charge there because of expense and time and everything else that there may be on some of our events, not our regular meetup, because you're investing in you and we're bringing you something great that you can utilize to further those goals I mentioned. But there are meetups that only want to draw you in as part of their funnel. They just want you to be a part of, sign a listing agreement with the person who heads it up, or they want to make 50 people show up. They want to make $20 a head and just have that as a source of income every month and really give nothing in return. So that's where you have to be mindful of meetups. If they're a big profit center only, I'd be mindful of that if that's all they're doing. Now, plenty of meetups charge and they deliver great value, and I have zero issue with that whatsoever. But you do want to be careful about meetups that are completely self-serving. So I don't know if my rant makes sense there, Ben, but I'll let you chime in.
It does make sense. I guess since we're talking about multifamily investing, you probably want to focus on a meetup that is specifically focused on multifamily investing. Does that make sense? That's why we created ours that way, because in the traditional RIAs, you get all sorts of investors, and it's just too vague. It's going to be hard for you to find value in those. So that was one point. The second point I wanted to make was, if, like Jamie said, you go on the website and you find a city in which you're in, great. If you don't and you're really interested in that, there's a little button called Apply to be a Leader. You can jump on a call at that point with Jamie. We can have a conversation all together and see if we're looking to build the same thing together. And you can open up a location in your city so we can expand.
Yeah, no, honestly, the people that have started these up in their cities that they've started it up in, I've gotten from them that they get really great value out of it. They're giving back, they're contributing, they're doing something. So yeah, if interested, if you've been thinking about starting a meetup, we'll do everything we can to support you in doing so if you want to do it under the Multifamily and More brand. So for sure, welcome to do so on the same website, multifamily-and-more.com. Go ahead, Ben.
just give me an idea. I think for the next few segments, a few episodes of the meeting minutes, we can bring one of the group leaders and help us answer a couple questions that can be more directed locally, and so you guys you get the chance to meet them too.
Look at that. Ben, always thinking, always 2 steps ahead. He's always the thick, just going all the time. So that's good stuff. I think that's it, Ben. I think I feel good about what we just delivered here.
Yep.
How to choose a meetup, what to ask a CPA. Any questions, any thoughts, please drop them in the comments below, and we'll be happy to engage on those. Beyond that, Ben, I bid you adieu. No, adieu. Au revoir. Au revoir. I get the right line.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
All right. Thanks, Jamie.
All right. We'll see you guys. Thank you.
Bye.